Mika, an outstanding freshman, round out the starting five. The starters for the Portland Pilots: Alec Wintering is a true freshman who runs the show from the point. Ryan Nicholas is the leading rebounder in the West Coast Conference, joined by Thomas Vandermars, Kevin Bailey, and Bryce Presley. Dave Rose is in his 9th season as head coach of the BYU Cougars, a record of 222 wins and 73 losses. Eric Reveneau is in his 8th season leading the Pilots, a record of 107 wins, 134 losses. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Chevron with TechRide, care for your car. Billy, what do we have for keys tonight?
Well, for BYU, they're going to do what they do well. When you score 88 points a game, you're going to push the basketball. When they get out in the open floor, they are dangerous. The X factor, Matt Carlino. You're going to see him come off the bench. He was a starter, left-handed guy. He can really make things happen. Score the ball, get to the rim, distribute. If he's big, that's going to be really good for BYU. On the other side, all about defense and 50-50. You got to be able to take the physicality of BYU, that being Portland, be able to get the 50-50 basketball. If they do that, they're going to hang with this team.
Officials tonight: Greg Mixon, Rob Rourke, Scott Brown, Alec Wintering. Over to Bryce Presley. Inside to Kevin Bailey, who fades away. And the rebound by Collinsworth. Alford. Always have to be aware defensively for the Pilots tonight. Where is Tyler Haws?
He moves so well without the basketball.
There is Haws, guarded by Presley. Collinsworth. Shot clock at 10. Inside, Mika with a spin move. Nice move inside by the big man, couldn't finish. And Thomas Vandermars with the board.
Great sequence on defense by the Pilots.
Wintering. A shake and bake move, goes to the left hand. Rebound by Austin. Collinsworth back with his BYU club after a 2-year mission in Russia. Good defense that time by Wintering as he drew the offensive foul from Kyle Collinsworth.
Real nice anticipation by Wintering. Gets to the baseline side, and then that little forearm push by Collinsworth. That's why he was able to draw the charge, because I don't think he had great position.
Collinsworth at 6'6", Wintering at 5'11". I'd imagine we'll try to see some situations tonight developed by Dave Rose. Well, he'll try to get Collinsworth in that low block to go to work on Wintering. Turnover against the Pilots. BYU 13-7 overall this season, 5-2 in the West Coast Conference. Second place behind Gonzaga. The Portland Pilots 11-8. They are 3-4 in conference play, 7-5 here at the Chiles Center.
Portland coming out playing tough man-to-man, really challenging Brigham Young on every exchange.
Reach-in foul. It's going to go against Kevin Bailey. First foul on Bailey. Kevin Bailey averages just over 17 points per game, a 6'5" junior out of Clovis, California. Nice inbounds play, but a good strip by Wintering. The ball is free and numbers for the Pilots. 3-on-1 break. Presley inside. Blocked by Mika. Terrific hustle by the freshman. Halford from downtown. Take a look at Eric Mika coming up with the early defensive gem.
Good 3-on-2 break. Presley takes it hard to the rack, but Mika, great athletic play to make the block.
Halford got it. First bucket of the game.
Boy, he's come on, got like gangbusters. The last 6 games in the starting lineup, averaging over 14 a game.
Bailey right back at the Cougars.
So important for him to go straight up. He jumps so well. When he goes straight up, good things happen on his jumper.
It's a great point. You'll see a lot of times, including his first shot tonight, Bill, when he really didn't need to fade away, and he did. Wintering.
Smart. You got to pick their spots because this BYU team can really get the fuel going. So you're going to have to take the break. But if you don't have it, run your stuff. Make BYU play some defense.
Vandermar's well defended in that low block. Bailey
falling back a little bit.
Rebound by Collinsworth. Trying to find the range. Nice putback that time by Eric Mika. 6'10", 230 freshman out of Alpine, Utah. Lone Peak High School, one of 3 BYU starters from that high school, along with Austin and Hawes.
It's a great program, right at their doorstep.
Bailey out of control. Vandermar's gets the offensive board. Out of the double team. Ryan Nicholas, his first shot, and gets the bounce. Ryan Nicholas is basically a double-double machine. Averages 12.7 per game, second best on the club, and leads the West Coast Conference in rebounding, 9.2 per contest. Foul on the baseline will go against Alec Wintering. As we have our first time out in this Thursday night WCC matchup between BYU and Portland. We're tied at 4.
What happens in Vegas?
What happens in Vegas?
What happens in Vegas?
Stays with you.
Stays with you.
Stays with you.
Forever.
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 What happens in Vegas?
Stays with you forever.
Stays with you forever.
What happens in Vegas?
Stays with you forever. Forever.
Only Nissan Altima is bold enough to give you an extra set of eyes. NASA-inspired zero-gravity seats and a control panel to match. Plus, fuel economy that'll take you farther. The 2014 Nissan Altima. Leave the world of everyday sedans behind. With a $189 per month lease, Altima's a pretty clear choice. Shop at choosenissan.com.
Serving up a bad batch, too much bacon on it, bacon on it, bacon on it. I still have it, bacon on it. Got it, lost it, got it, spent it, got it. Now I'm back to ballin', 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 ballin'.
Whoa. Hey, Wale, you gotta try these.
An early tie between BYU and Portland here at the Chiles Center. Both clubs trying to find their rhythm offensively. BYU shooting 2 of 5. They have 3 turnovers. Portland just 2 of 7 from the floor. Good look at Ryan Nicholas, Bryce Presley, number 1. And Bill Bryce, one of those guys maybe you were referring to in the pregame, who if he can step up and deliver some offense, what a huge difference it would make. He's capable at 25 in a game earlier this season against Princeton down in Las Vegas, and a very capable shooter from downtown.
He can do a lot of things. He just has to take a more aggressive posture offensively.
All locked into Mika. Austin. That bat of the way. Last touch by Portland.
Portland well prepared to play against this BYU team. They're playing with intensity. They're challenging lanes. They're challenging the basketball. Very good defensive job so far. Eric Rebno's got to be pleased.
Well, when you're facing a team that scores at an 87 point per game clip, you really must contest everything and make them work for everything they get. If you make it easier on them, they will make you pay a price. Foul on the pass as Mika was looking for a teammate on the baseline, and it's Kevin Tilkey who's checked in, picking up his first personal foul.
They're going to have to run a lot of people at Tyler Hawes. Now it's Tilkey, because it's like facing the old picket fence from Hoosiers. They run so many screens for Hawes.
Tilkey at 6'3", coming in replacing the 5'11" Wintering. Presley quickly in the front court, lost the ball, picked up by Haas behind the back. And he lost it. Here's Tilke, 2-on-1. Presley with a lay. Nicely done by Kevin Tilke.
Tilke gives energy, comes out and really plays defense. Great strip and the smart pass on the 2-on-1.
Nice bounce pass by Collinsworth. And Mika will head to the line. Well, off the turnover, Portland making BYU pay, Bill.
It's a great strip from behind by Tilke, and look at that nice little soft handoff to Presley for the easy 2.
Eric Mika at the line this season, hitting 60% of his shots. Really impressive numbers for a freshman. 13.5 points, 6.2 rebounds per game. Has a couple of double-doubles this season. Austin and Halford checking out for BYU. Checking in, Josh Sharp, number 12, and Matt Carlino, number 2. Carlino is a guy that brings you nearly 15 points per game off the bench, a relatively new role for him as he began the season as one of BYU's starting 5.
Just hit a stretch where he wasn't making shots, turning the ball over, so they made a switch, put Halford in the starting lineup. Now he comes off the bench, and he has been on fire.
Bailey inside draws contact. He'll head to the line. I mentioned Josh Sharp checking in for BYU. Bobby Sharp, number 11, has checked in for Portland. No relation. Well, Sharp had an opportunity, and Collinsworth did as well, but the foul committed on Sharp, by Sharp.
Bailey's had a great season, boy. Shooting better from the field, from the line. You know, really coming into his own as a player.
So after his work at the line, Bailey checks out, and checking in for more size coming onto the court, number 52, Holdy Gay-Roon, a 6'10 junior out of the Ukraine and a transfer from West Virginia. Another BYU turnover. Wintering back for Portland, lob inside Vandermars. Nice pass by Alec Wintering, top assist man on this Pilots club. 4.1 per game.
Dave Rose none too happy about that last play. That's a set that they spent time in shoot around working against. The weak side released by Vandermars. Nobody home, and he gets the easy 2. Nice set play by Portland.
Yeah, Mika late to respond defensively.
And they worked on it today, believe me.
And inside, Vandermars with the bucket. You see where Portland ranks in 3 categories in the WCC. First in blocks, second in assists, 4th in points per game. So give a lot of credit to BYU for leading the way at 87, but Portland no slouch offensively at 77 points per game.
And that's in a big step up. They've taken better care of the basketball. They're scoring at a higher rate. Last year, they had to play a 60-point game to win. They had no scoring. So this has been a big improvement. Eric Revenue doing it the right way. Player development, kids come, they get better. This team is on the rise.
Nice fake on Presley and knocking it down. Sweet stroke, Tyler Haas.
Like I said, he's an 80s player, Tom, our era. The pump fake, like Bobby Knight, step in and make the nice 15-footer.
First 2 for Haas. Gay-Roon, no good. Vandermars with the offensive board. He was fouled. That's going to go against Josh Sharp. Junior transfer out of Highland, Utah.
Like the activity by Vandermars, but you see when he caught it, he was looking to pass the ball out. You got to turn your shoulder and go right back at the rim.
Foul on Josh Sharp, his second, so he heads to the bench, and Nate Austin returns.
Two-three zone here for Brigham Young. They will mix in zone on occasion.
Presley, double team, goes glass.
At 6'4", he's big enough to go in there and knock shots down against bigger opponents.
Sophomore out of Jesuit High School in Sacramento. Collinsworth, nice strong move to the rack. First bucket tonight for Collinsworth. Sharp guarded by Haas. Presley. Stripped by Carlino. And Matt takes it coast to coast. Nicely done by Matt Carlino, the transfer from UCLA.
Nice job of dribbling into the big guy to take away his legs and then laying it up with the right hand. Smart play.
Portland's lead cut to 1. Near turnover as Austin tried to keep it in. 3 subs coming in now for Portland. 2 starters in Nicholas and Bailey, and Riley Barker checking in for the first time. Number 14, 6'10", redshirt junior out of Surrey, BC. Mika heads to the BYU bench. Wintering from downtown. First made 3 tonight for either club comes from the freshman.
It's one area of his game that he can improve on. Wintering is shooting the ball from the 3-point line.
That's Luke Worthington, who just checked in. A lot of control. Carlino from downtown. Kevin Bailey's got a man ahead, and Barker finds him. Take by Barker. Haas there to contend, but Barker gets it back in.
Good second effort by Barker.
Haas. And the foul by Kevin Bailey. That's going to be Bailey's second. That may send him to the Portland's bench. To Portland's bench, that is. 11:56 remaining in the first half. And the Pilots are up on the Cougars by 6.
Portland Pilots basketball. Selfless. Tough. Passionate, hard-working, tenacious, dedicated, relentless, resilient, confident. We are Portland. We are Pilot Strong.
It gives you a tremendous sense of pride to own your own business.
We sell ourselves. We sell our name. We sell our image. We want that image to stick.
I'm always introducing myself. I'm always handing out cards.
Vistaprint allows business owners to more effectively and affordably promote their business.
The fact that we use Vistaprint to put our name out in the community in everything that we do just goes to show the level of confidence that we have in Vistaprint.
The easy-to-use tools and templates at Vistaprint.com make it simple to look professional and coordinate your marketing across everything from business cards to websites to postcards and more. See how easy today. Enter promo code TV250 and get 250 cards for just $10.
250 cards. You can leave a lot of impressions with that.
I have about 20 to 50 business cards on me at any time.
Enter promo code TV250 today, and we'll cover the shipping for free.
I'm not sure there is much else you can do for $10 from a marketing standpoint.
Vistaprint.com.
Portland up 6 on BYU. Bill, we talked about this matchup in the open from the standpoint of what Portland needed to do. What was most important, try to knock off the Cougars tonight, spreading the wealth, and they've done that so far.
Well, we know what Kevin Bailey's going to bring, but getting the other players involved. Presley's got 4 points. He's involved. They've gotten Vandermar's a touch. He's scored. Ryan Nicholas is on the board. Presley, I mean, we see this. That's important. Complementary scoring. If you're going to play with BYU, you're going to have it.
Shooting is picked up as well. Both teams now at a 50% clip. Portland started this game 2 of 7. Now 7 of 14. They've made their last 5 of 7 shots.
Portland's done a good job of keeping BYU out of the open court. And in the half court, they're defending it very well.
Riley Barker with a weak side help defense with a rejection on Collinsworth.
There they get that short post up for Collinsworth, but Barker comes from the weak side and says, No, 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 not in my house.
Dave Rose screaming for a foul on Tilke. He may have had a legitimate argument there. Haas being harassed by Presley. Turnover number 6 against BYU. Tilke kind of lost the elevation as he hung in the air. He felt that defensive presence from one of the Cougars and just hung a little bit too long.
As a player, and not that I played above the rim all the time, Tom, but there's an example of wanting the dunk and losing the two.
Were the rims lower when you played, by the way?
They weren't. We just were playing a lot lower. But you can't dunk everything. And if you go to the rim and knock it off the glass, you get 2 points.
Nicely done by Haas.
There you go. Guy's got great interior game, doesn't he? Great pump fake and step through by Haas.
What you like about him, he's obviously not a guy who can only shoot coming off screens, catch and shoot. He's a creator. He's passed by Wintering, but Tilke had no place to go. Wesley spin move inside. Saves it into Ryan Nicholas. Quick hands by Haas. Nicholas. Wide open from 10 feet, couldn't knock it down. BYU looking to cut into the 4-point deficit. He's got to do it right there, and he'll head to the line, Tyler Haas.
He gets to the line a ton, and he's great there.
88% at the stripe is Haas.
122 free throws made. I mean, only 22 three-point shots made. So he gets a lot of his hay taking people in, drawing fouls.
Yeah, that's one way to become the leading scorer in the conference and number 6 nationally.
That'll work.
Bobby Sharp returning for Portland. Corey Tilke heads out.
There you see the list right there. Tyler Haas, the lone guy above 20 a game in the league.
Number 20, Anson Winder has come on for the first time for BYU.
He was big their last time out against Santa Clara. Had 16 points. Tyler Haas got in early foul trouble. He came off the bench and lit him up.
Stolen by Carlino. Bad pass from Sharp. Carlino. Last touch by Winder.
Pretty physical basketball game so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like Naismith drew it up. I mean, people are banging, and guys, you got to be strong with the basketball because they're not going to just call every little ticky-tack foul.
Only getting after each other, but getting up and down the court. Getting up and down the court as well. It's a high-intensity game. Parker in the low block. Nice ball movement to Sharp. Boy, his shot was effective, though. You saw Nate Austin flying out on him, and that really changed the arc. Foul goes against Wintering as he collided with Haas. Second foul on Wintering. And just that quickly, BYU is already into the bonus. Portland's really going to have to watch its foul situation through the rest of this half. Some guys who are in some trouble. You've got Bailey at 2, Wintering with 2, Tilke with 2.
A rare miss by Mr. Haas.
David Carr, number 35, has come on for the first time for Portland. Sharp from downtown, knocking it down.
Anytime you can get him on the same side of the floor as Bannermars, I like, because you try to double there and he's open.
Oh, terrific backdoor cut by Haas. The beautiful find by Carlino. Haas with 8 points as he's heating up, 3 of 5 shooting now. Vandermars. Presley for 3. Got it. Bryce Presley. Fill it up from downtown if you give him that kind of space. Leading three-point shooter on the club at 45%. arcing shot. Sweet arc on that, Bill, as he had to make the adjustment.
Little step back right there to give himself some space, and then, like you mentioned, change the arch on his shot, still knocked it down.
First player in the game into double figures with 10. Jump hook. Gayroon with the tip. And then the foul as he came over the back of Austin.
And with Eric Revenue doesn't mind that. He loves it. He's cheering Gayroon on for his effort. Get on that glass, and it's an error of commission rather than omission. He's attacking the glass.
I was taking a break, heading to the BYU bench. Skylar Halford returns, 6'1" junior out of Warren, Utah. Nate Austin shoots just 54% at the line. Ankle injury Tuesday in practice, but has come back nicely from that. Averages just under 4 points and over 8 rebounds a game. That's not the form of a 54% free throw shooter. Portland up by 2. Binder with the defense on Presley, cuts him off baseline. Gayroon wide open. Goldie Gayroon with his first 2 points. Alford from downtown. Sharp with the board. Numbers for Portland, 5 on 4. Inside Gayroon.
Transfer from West Virginia, good enough to get in their program. Has had some time trying to adjust to a new school, and you started to see this guy can play a little bit.
David Carr, you can't do that this season in college basketball with a rule change. No hand check, no arm bar. Presley from downtown helping Portland to a 6-point lead.
Watch Sportsnet Central at 6, presented by AT&T Uverse.
NBC Universal's coverage of the 2012 London Games was the most watched television event ever. So what's next? The upcoming Winter Games from Sochi, where every second of NBC Universal's coverage will be available on every device, on TV, online, or streaming on the NBC Sports Live Extra app. Beginning February 6th, experience the Winter Games everywhere. Welcome to What's Next. Comcast NBC Universal.
Country is the king of the West Coast Conference.
It's been a fun start to our season, and I'm happy with where we're at right now.
The W.TV, the energy of the West Coast Conference on your browser, smartphone, and tablet. All the action, anytime, anywhere.
Portland up 6 on BYU, 27-21, 7:14 left to play in the first half. Very good first half so far for Tyler Haas. Game's leading scorer with 10 points, 4 of 6 shooting. The Haas family has been very good, the BYU basketball program. There's Tyler's dad, Marty. He was there in the late 80s, and younger brother TJ is on his way. He has committed to BYU. So Dad must be awfully proud, not only what his current son of BYU is doing, but he's got another one on the way.
This guy's having a heck of a career, just a junior at 1,500 points. He's on pace, Tom, to get to Jimmer Fredette, who's at 2,500. You remember him in the unbelievable run he had in the NCAA tournament for a couple years now, playing in the NBA. So if he does that, that would be terrific. And then his brother will probably come in and try to beat that record.
I'm sure Dave Rose will have no problem with that. Carlino up to 4 points after the free throws. Next foul on Portland will send BYU into the double bonus. Inside Vandermar's nice move, defined by David Carr. Those entry passes are so underrated, critical to get the ball to that big man at the right time when he's in the right position.
They're getting some good dribble penetration and getting matchups where guys are getting chances at the rim.
That is a terrific play by Carlino, who was losing the ball as he went up, regained control and knocked it down. 6 points for Matt.
He's one of the more skilled guys in the country when you talk about all-around things with the basketball.
Garoon thinking about it and had a good thought. 6-point Pilots lead. 6 points for Voldy Garoon.
Nice to be able to bring him in with as a scoring option.
Wow, Carlino. He's getting dialed in.
Man, he's left-handed. He can get to the rim, and he can create off the bounce. And boy, when his outside shot starts falling, watch out.
9 points, second leading scorer in the game behind Haas's 10. Vandermar's not happy with the shot he took in the low post from Mika. Gets the ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Carr fading. Mika. Carlino, nice bounce pass. Alford. Cougars will reset. Carlino with the ball, originally committing to Indiana, ended up going to UCLA, and the transfer to BYU has really flourished in this role off the bench. Carr with the rebound. And Carlino with a great anticipation.
That's his third steal.
Inside. Beautiful drive by Carlino.
How about that? The Euro step back to the right hand. That was some piece of beauty right there.
Carlino up to 11 points, 4 of 7 shooting, and Eric Reveno needs to take a timeout after looking at that. Boy, terrific job by Matt Carlino.
Watch this beautiful Euro. As he slides by, Vandermar's uses the right hand to protect from the block. Wow.
Well, Euro move against a European player out of Gouda, Netherlands.
A little step back one-legger with a little bit of loft. I mean, this guy's got the whole bag of tricks. And left-handers are always tougher to guard, Tom. So I've watched lots of college basketball the last couple of years. This guy's one of the funnest guys to watch in the open floor.
Along with his 11 points, 2 assists, 3 steals. He has more points on the board than he has minutes in the game. 11 points in 10 minutes of playing time. I mean, that's, you love to have that kind of immediate offensive impact coming off your bench.
Shall we say microwave?
Vinny Johnson.
Vinny Johnson.
Back with the Pistons. Portland's lead down to a single point. Bailey back out on the court with those 2 fouls.
Be careful.
Nicholas from three-point range. He got it. He's not the best three-point shooter at 27%, but if you give him an opportunity, he'll knock a few down. Presley on the overplay. Relentless in his pursuit of the ball, but BYU will have it. Portland, by the way, 4 of 5 three-point shooting. BYU 1 of 4.
Well, I'd say the effort on the defensive end in the half court by the Pilots has been really impressive. The only thing they've been hurt on is steals and runouts where BYU got in the open floor.
Original starting 5 on the court for the Cougars. Collinsworth, nice pull-up, a little strong on the shot. Austin, though, with the offensive board. Fresh shot clock for BYU. Mika off the Haas miss. And the foul's going to go against Eric Mika coming over the back. 3:49 left in the first half as we get a timeout at the Chiles Center.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yep, everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that some owls aren't that wise?
Don't forget I'm having brunch with Megan tomorrow.
Who?
Megan, my coworker.
Who?
Seriously, you've met her like 3 times.
Who?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
What is focus? It's a wondrous sensation of clarity and alertness. It's owning your opponent. It's knowing beyond a doubt you got this. It's keeping your head down, your eye on the ball, and knocking it out of the park. It's getting in the zone. It's keeping on your toes, on target, on top. Focus is staring the world in the face and saying, bring it. Focus is power. Focus is life. And 5-hour energy is focus.
Between you and me, they're strange creatures.
They are.
They don't think like you and I.
You know it.
They ignore us.
Totally.
It's like we're only here to serve them.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
But then they turn around and fill you up with Chevron with Techron.
I guess we're doing something right.
Yeah, but come on. Humans are weird.
Your car takes care of you. Care for it. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
And what's up with the cat?
Got my eye on him.
West Coast Conference Hoops brought to you in part by Geico, saving you money on car insurance. By Chevron, enter for your chance to win a trip to the WCC Championships in Las Vegas. And by the W.TV, all the action, anytime, anywhere. Here's a great look at Mount St. Helens on a clear but bumpy flight down from Seattle this morning on a clear day like today. Boy, a terrific look at the Cascade Range in the background. That's Mount Adams. I took that flight recently, and I had a young lady sit next to me. She goes, do you know which one of those is Mount St. Helens? I said, well, it's the one that doesn't have the top on it. And she said, I said, that one right there? She says, no, I don't think so. I said, well, part of the mountain's missing. She says, no, I don't think that's the one. It's closer to Seattle. I gave up. Riley Barker, double team, low block, stolen away by Nate Austin.
They're looking at their phones too much, Tom. They need to look at their geography book.
She was a teacher.
Oh, well.
True story.
I was around when that thing went off. With Ashton getting in my air filter, having to change it and driving around.
Oz is heading to the line. Yakima went black that day. It was.
Yeah. That was important.
Quite a day back in 1980.
Yes.
Second foul on Bryce Presley, so he joins the list of pilots with 2 fouls apiece. Tilke, Wintering, and Bailey also part of that group. They've got to be careful. Oz at the line. West Coast Conference and Chevron have teamed up to provide one lucky winner a VIP experience to the WCC basketball tournament in Las Vegas. Visit WCCSports.com to enter. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details. Whirling up by 3 is the 5'11". Wintering weaves his way through the tall timbers. Bailey from downtown banks it in. Heads into
glass, you think?
Heads into backcourt with a smile on his face. Oh, that beautiful backdoor cut play. Carlino and Haas are dialed in on that one. Portland's got to make some adjustments. Haas with 13 points now. And here comes Tyler quickly back. Blocked by Barker.
Well, he is a clinic without the basketball, isn't he?
Eric Revenue wanted a jump ball call on that block. Carlino knocking it down. Matt Carlino now with 13 as he equals Haas for game-high scoring honors. They are delivering a big-time 1-2 punch here in the first half. Wintering, nice move, boy. That lane opened up, and he sees the opportunity.
Good patience right there to find the hole and get to the rim.
5 points for Wintering. battling for the ball. Got to work on Barker. Left hand no good. Barker with the board. Wintering does not have numbers. He'll attack anyway and head to the line. Yeah, this has been very productive play tonight for the Cougars. The backdoor cut.
Boy, Carlino and Haas, they know each other very well. Not a dribble handoff. You overplay it. Haas slips to the rim, and Carlino delivers.
15 foul on BYU. Wintering, the leading free throw shooter for Portland, at 82%. Out of Concord, North Carolina, where his high school coach was a former NBA star, and Muggsy Bogues. Presley and Barker heading to the Portland bench. Lineup now consists of Bailey, Tilke, Vandermars, Nicholas, and Wintering will check out, replaced by Bobby Sharp. David Carr comes on. Kevin Bailey heads out as well. Left to go here in the first half. Mika. Haas for three. Give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Boy, they run splits, and they really see one another well.
Haas up to 16 points as he connects on his first attempt from downtown. BYU into the zone. Tilke kept it alive. Vandermar's inside. Nice move by Thomas.
Good second effort by the Pilots. Tilke's activity and Vandermar's with the finish.
6 points, 6 rebounds for Thomas Vandermar's. Got a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Austin's going to head to the line.
Number 32, Ryan Nicholas, first person.
First foul on Ryan Nicholas.
It's been interesting, Tom. This pace has been totally a BYU kind of pace, but Portland has played well in the up-tempo game so far.
Eric Revenau's club, I think, gained a lot of confidence from that victory over Gonzaga. No, Billy, this is one of 4 remaining home games for them this season. They began conference play with 5 straight here at the Chiles Center, so these opportunities from here on out, they really need to try to capitalize on.
Now, those early losses to San Francisco and Santa Clara stung, but that creates a sense of urgency. You find ways to win at home, and you value those games, or win some games on the road, which they did this last week, and then you value those home games. They beat Gonzaga. Let's see if they can knock off another big giant in the league in BYU.
10 seconds left in the half. Vandermar's with a pick, trying to free up Wintering. Nice crossover. Wintering. Haas going to get one off in time. As we reach halftime here at the Chiles Center, Alec Wintering with that bucket up to 9 points off his season and career high of 15. Set in December down in Las Vegas against Bradley. Bailey with 7, the leading scorer for Portland. He's 10 below his average right now. Big issue, Bill, heading into the second half. The fouls for Portland with 4 players with 2 fouls. So Kevin Bailey, Bryce Presley, Alec Wintering, 3 starters along with Corey Tilke. Have to be careful and yet remain aggressive. That's a very fine line. Just one player with 2 fouls for BYU. That's Josh Sharp. So BYU in a much better situation with those fouls than Portland.
Going to have to keep mixing it up, running different folks at Tyler Haas, because he's the guy that's making life miserable on the foul end for Portland.
Here is Tyler Haas, 6'5" junior, Alpine, Utah. One of those 3 starters from Loma Peak High School. Dave Rose must send thank you notes on a regular basis to the head coach there, Quincy Lewis.
So, jeez.
Keep them coming, Quincy.
And he does. He's got 2 more coming from that same high school in the next couple of years. Haas's brother TJ and a brother combo, Nick Emery. His brother played with Jimmy Fredette.
Alford with the find to Haas. They probably just have a shuttle running directly from the high school to campus. BYU within 3. Presley, his strongest offensive move of the night. Bryce Presley up to 9 points. Tied for tops on the team with Wintering. Quiet, very quiet. In fact, first half for Collinsworth, just 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. It's a guy that brings home 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists on average. Wintering.
No numbers. Good decision by Wintering.
They're trying to work off the pick and 1. Devin Bailey took advantage of the screen initially set by Vandermars, drew contact, and now goes for the 3-point play.
We talk about this guy's athletic gifts. Look at him get airborne, accept the contact, and still finish the shot. Very
Bailey
nice
jump.
play here of drawing the 3-point opportunity.
Exactly describe that as vertical on the jump. Halford may have had a case to make that he jumped into me, but the call is made. 3-point play complete, and Portland leads by 8. Pilots with their largest lead in this game. Collinsworth with the offensive rebound. Halford. Sweet shot by Skylar Halford.
Came with a pretty impressive resume. JC All-American out of Salt Lake Community College. Halford can stroke the 3.
5 points for him.
Two-3 zone here by Brigham Young, mixing it up a little bit.
Presley harassed by Halford off of him. Portland with 14 seconds on the shot clock.
I've liked Presley tonight. He's really attacked the basket. He hasn't been laid back like we've seen him sometimes. And his game's really showing it.
Bailey. Kevin Bailey warming up. Conventional 3-point play followed by 3-point shot. And Bailey's up to 13 points. Lead back to 8 for Portland. Collinsworth trying to find Mika. Tough pass there by Collinsworth. Dave Rose wants a 30-second timeout to talk it over with his club. 17:47 left here in the second half. We'll take a break and return to the Chiles Center.
And the #1 team in the country is the king of the West Coast Conference.
It's been a fun start to our season, and I'm happy with where we're at right now.
The W.TV, the energy of the West Coast Conference on your browser, smartphone, and tablet. All the action, anytime, anywhere.
Congrats on the new car.
Thanks. The dealership reviews on cars.com made it easy, but
We thought it might be a little more tense. You missed the drama.
Yeah. Ask him whatever you want.
okay. I think my sister's prettier than me.
Research, price, find. Only Cars.com helps you get the right car without all the drama.
Portland Pilots basketball. Selfless, tough, passionate, hardworking, tenacious, dedicated, relentless, resilient, confident. We are Portland. We are Pilots strong.
Those students are happy to be here. This is the first game that school has been in session since Christmas break got started. That covered that entire 5-game homestand. Now they did get great student support during the Gonzaga game, even though they weren't technically
actually
here.
Back in session, yes.
Yeah, they turned back out, but this is the first game since they've been in session, and they're only, including tonight, going to be able to come out and cheer their team on a total of 4 times.
Well,
basically
sense of urgency,
times,
right?
Yeah.
You got to be here or you're going to miss out.
So that was really difficult scheduling for Portland to open conference play, to be honest about it. I'm sure they would have preferred not to open with 5 straight at home with the student body back home celebrating the holidays. Vandermar's nice touch on the jump hook.
Boy, nice deep spot, Vandermar's, and good pass by Nicholas. The jump hook, which has become his staple.
8 points for Vandermar's. Very balanced scoring tonight for Portland. Bailey 13, Presley and Wintering 9 each. Vandermar's with his 8, Nicholas with 5. BYU leaning obviously much more heavily on the duo of Haas and Carlino. Foul on Presley, his 3rd, so the first of that group with 2 fouls each. To head to the bench with number 3 as Corey Tilkey comes on.
Tilkey had his imprint in the first half. Real active on the board, came up with a couple of steals, played some excellent defense.
10-point lead for Portland. It's largest tonight. Vandermar's coming up with the ball that was stripped away by Wintering. He wanted to go into Nicholas, force that pass. And Haas coming up short as he was double teamed.
Now looking for the foul right there, didn't get it.
It may have been a bit of a late call on Mika. It was, as he committed the foul on Vandermar. His 2nd personal on Mika.
Haas kind of going to traffic there, hoping to get the foul, but didn't get the contact.
And there was the foul right there on Eric Mika, who heads to the BYU bench. And coming on with 2 fouls, Josh Sharp.
Brigham Young back with the 2-3 zone.
Gives you some size with that exchange. Mika out, number 12 Sharp on. Wintering with the penetration, nice find. Tilkey blocked by Austin. Terrific help defense. Collinsworth. Halford. Sharp. Finds Collinsworth the reverse. He'll head to the line, fouled underneath. Good ball movement that time, really, by the Cougars with the interior pass on that play.
Yeah, they're a good passing team, an excellent offensive rebounding team. You saw that in action right there. Portland's done a good job of maintaining their integrity on the glass so far, matching their physicality.
First foul on Thomas Vandermar's, both clubs with 2 team fouls. Couple of points, 5 rebounds for Collinsworth. Kyle out of Provo High School, 6'6" sophomore. 3rd leading scorer, 14 points per game. 8 rebounds per contest. He's been shooting over 60% from the floor in West Coast Conference play. Struggles though at the line. Bailey low post. Ryan Nicholas.
Good look inside the zone, just couldn't get it to go down.
Well, if you can penetrate that zone by hitting the man at the high post, you have options. One, Nicholas had turn and shoot, hit the wings, but that zone collapses, so that's how you want to break it down if you can. Foul against, that one may go against Tilkey. Timeout here at the Chiles Center. Pilots are up by 10.
All aboard for the amazing Reno Snow Train for a ride through the Sierras to experience the most memorable and unique train journey in the history of railroading. Our silver service includes round-trip coach, onboard entertainment and meals, plus 2-night accommodations in exciting downtown Reno. Our Pullman Gold service will indulge you with first-class dining in a private dome car for the ultimate luxurious experience. Call Key Holidays or go online today and reserve your tickets now.
Wow, this hotel is amazing.
Oh, no.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Wrong answer.
Wait, Daddy, this is Blair. He booked this room with Priceline Express deals and saved a ton.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have to bid, and I got everything I wanted.
Oh, good.
I always do.
Oh, good. He seemed nice.
Express deals. Priceline savings without the bidding.
Hey, welcome to BYU. Let me tell you about one of the country's great universities.
Welcome to one of the toughest arenas in the country and a great place to play.
When you're a real Cougar, you have BYU fans all over the world.
Thanks, Cougar.
Please keep your paws off my nachos.
Being a Cougar takes a lot of work. Come on.
You can't bite on defense. We all want to, but it's against the rules.
That's me.
Portland certainly in service here tonight with a 10-point lead over BYU, coached by Dave Rose, of course, in his 9th season. Played collegiately at Houston. Phi Slamma Jamma. And there's Dave, number 24. That was such a terrific team with number 34, Akeem Olajuwon, the Dream, and Clyde Drexler, who, of course, went on to star in this city of Portland with the Trailblazers. I'm not sure Dave won many of the dunk contests down there that they had during practice.
That's a pretty elite group, I'd say.
Best winning percentage.
A great story and a great moment in his career for sure.
Never forget that game at the Pit in Albuquerque. They lost to Jim Valvano's NC State club, but most wins first 8 seasons. See where he ranks on that list. Jamie Dixon at Pitt leading the way, but Rose with 209. So he has that direct link to a terrific program in the 80s at Houston. His dad, Harold Presley, Bryce's pops, a national champion at Villanova in 85.
Absolutely.
6 degrees
Great
of separation
lineage in this game.
I'm telling you. Still a 10-point lead. BYU at the free throw line tonight, 10 of 17. So not cashing in the way they'd like to with the fouls that have been committed by the Pilots. Bailey inside, and he's fouled as he goes to the hoop. By the way, Tilke, before he went to break, picking up his 3rd personal foul. He joins Presley also with 3. Bryce is back in the game, joined by Sharp, Bailey, Nicholas, and Vandermars. And Josh Sharp with his 3rd foul, the first to reach 3 for the Cougars. Hanson, Winder, number 20 comes on. Collinsworth out. Mika returns. Sharp checks out. Matt Carlino's come on.
It's like a shift change in hockey. Holy cow.
See what Bailey did last time out in a loss to Pepperdine, 27 points. And Portland with its largest lead, adding 11. And see if Carlino can provide the instant offense he did in the first half. He also provided numerous assists to that man, Tyler Haws, and we get a foul away from the ball.
A little activity on the offensive glass after Haws knocks in this jumper on the curl.
So the bucket counts. The foul on Bobby Sharp, his first. BYU keeps the ball and an opportunity for 4 points on this trip down.
Brigham Young, a very good offensive team, so being down 9 points, not a big deal to them.
Wintering coming on. Sharp heading to the bench. Bobby Sharp with 3 points tonight. Pilots led by Bailey's 14. Haas again, this time from downtown. And Tyler Haas is at 23 points, 9 of 15 is shooting 2 for 2 from three-point range. So he is already above his average. Inside of 15 minutes left to play here in the second half. Cougars in the 2-3 zone. Nice find inside to Vandermar, stripped away though. Winder, Haas for three, got it. Tyler Haas in the zone in Portland. 26 points.
Three balls, that's a lot for him. He only averages a little over 1 a game.
And the BYU supporters in the house making the most noise that they have made tonight. And Tyler Haas gives them plenty of reasons why. Back-to-back three-pointers for Haas. Off the inbounds play, poorly defended by the Pilots. He made them pay. And then in transition, spotting up. Nice job by Winder to find him. And that's the guy you look for. When he's dialed in, you look for him before you consider your other options.
On the half court, they really have done a pretty good job of bottling him up, but on the out-of-bounds play, you got to do a better job there. But in the open court, tough to keep him from getting that shot at the three-point line.
26 points, 10 of 16 shooting. That 11-point Portland lead, just like that, down to 3 points.
Rebound staying in that 2-3 zone. That's been pretty effective for him.
Inside, Vandermar's double team batted away by Austin. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Cougars on an 8-0 run. Bailey. Presley offensive rebound. Ordering will reset the offense. Austin went for the steal. Presley from downtown. Bryce Presley. He's in the double figures with 12.
Great cross-court look by Bailey.
He's 2 for 2 from downtown. 6-point lead for the Pilots. You know, we had a terrific game here earlier. Portland against San Francisco, a game that had 21 ties, 21 lead changes, went to overtime, and we get the sense we may have something just like that developing here in the second half. Off the Haas miss. Wintering, Ryan Nicholas, contact, and the foul on Ryan Nicholas. That's his second. 15th foul against Portland, 3 team fouls against BYU.
Great job by Austin stepping in and taking the punishment as Nicholas tries to get to the rack.
That left arm he had extended probably resulted in that foul call as he made a little contact with the shoulder and head area. Goldie Gayroon is checked in. Got the kick on that pass by Carlino as Nicholas gets a breather on the Portland bench. Native of the Ukraine, transfer from West Virginia, Goldie Gayroon.
Had a real good first half. He attacked the offensive glass, came up with some key buckets.
6 first half points for Gayroon. Carlino coming over to inbound for the Cougars.
Got to get on Haas's hip here. Fight over those screens.
Gets one from Austin. Catch and shoot.
Like I said, get on his hip.
28 points for Haas. BYU within 4. Inside Vandermars. I think he was hoping for a foul call as well. Vandermars with 10 points, 5 of 7 shooting. And an illegal screen on Mika. Foul on Eric is his third. Nice pass by Bailey, Bill.
That spot against the zone has been open. Vandermars, for the first time, really attacked the rim. And look at the result.
Eric Mika to the bench for BYU. Now Sharp back on the court. Vandermars out of the double team. Presley. Finger roll, no good. Vandermars got it back, drew contact, he'll head to the line. Nice fake by Vandermars. Got Austin off his feet. And Nate Austin picks up his first personal foul, 5th team foul. Portland also with 5 team fouls. Vandermars' first trip to the line tonight, where he shoots 71%. The W.TV is your home for West Coast Conference action, featuring 17 live exclusive WCC men's basketball games available free of charge. Visit the W.TV from your browser, smartphone, tablet, or connected TV for a complete schedule. The W.TV, all the action, anytime, anywhere. Haas, foul call before he went up for the shot. Presley picks up his 4th. And this may become a massive issue down the stretch in this game for Portland.
Tough call, just trying to fight over the screen, and they get him for that.
So Presley out. Tilke comes on. He's got to be careful. He has 3 fouls. Carlino short on the shot, and Austin stepped out of bounds. 11:51 left to play here in the second half. A 6-point Portland lead over BYU.
The day we rescued Riley was a truly amazing day. Without Angie's List, I don't know if we could have found all the services we needed for our Riley.
For over 18 years, we've helped people take care of the things that matter most. Join today at angieslist.com.
Do you have an idea for an invention or a new product? Bill Schaefer, co-inventor of the Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play. InventHelp submitted his idea to Whammo, makers of toys like the Frisbee and the hula hoop. Hi, I'm Clarence McGee, the sales director of InventHelp. To find out how we can help you try to submit your idea to companies, call for your free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain with his invention. Bill's experience is not typical, and most inventions are not successful.
Call 1-800-844-5850 today.
Cut! There's so much in the world to celebrate. The movies have their night to honor the best in film. The finest athletes compete for the podium. Musicians have their time to shine. But how do we honor the kids who are making a difference?
With We Day, filling stadiums around the world to celebrate the good that young people do.
Follow We Day on Twitter and Facebook.
With each follow, school supplies will be given to a child overseas.
We Day.
Join the movement.
What a ride. Thank you, 49ers, for an awesome season.
Tonight on Hyundai Sportsnet Central, Steph Curry gonna be an all-star. We'll tell you what that means for the Dubs. Plus, the 49ers questions for the offseason answered by our insider. And the Sharks put their 4-game winning streak on the line. That's all tonight at 10:30.
.51 left in the second half. Portland up 7 on BYU, 62-55. The Cougars have not led since 3:30 into this game when they were up 4-2. Shooting in the second half, the Cougars 6 of 12. Portland 6 of 10.
The Pies really have come to play. Their defensive integrity has been good. They've handled the glass and out-rebounded. They've shot the ball well. They've moved the basketball well. They've really competed.
Bailey the lob inside, looking for Riley Barker.
Don't need to make that
Matt Carlino, a very productive first half with 13 points, has not scored yet here in the second half. Collinsworth, quiet offensively tonight, goes inside, rejected by Barker. Portland, the #1 shot blocking team in the conference. Ahead, Tilke, blocked from behind by Haas. Wintering, he gets blocked. Blocks all over the place. It's a block party, Bill.
I hate to say it again, not to pick on Corey Tilke, but he's just got to go right to the rim right there, but instead he brings the ball back, and that allows the block because he wanted to cock it and dunk it. That's 4 points he's given up.
Oz. Carlino from downtown. Matt Carlino. He's playing with some passion now with 16 points to go along with 6 assists. BYU within 4. Vandermeer is getting ready to return for Portland. Barker double team. Wintering for 3. And Austin with the board for the Cougars. Nice outlet to Haas. Winder blocked by Garoon. Wintering ahead to Bailey. Reverse lay-in, no. Tilke keeps him alive. Austin again.
A lot of degree of difficulty on that shot right there.
Carlino downtown again.
Boy, he can string them together, can he?
Opposite sides of the court, same result. Matt Carlino, 19 points, 3 of 4 from downtown. And sensing the momentum shift, Eric Reveneau calls a timeout with his club clinging to a 1-point lead. 62-61, 9:53 left to play here in the second half. Matt Carlino. Again, instant offense off that BYU bench.
And he's difficult because he's got great bounce skills. He can get to the rim and make things happen.
And just in case you didn't know it was a 3, he let you know.
Yeah. So BYU, they're feeling the rhythm a little bit in this game. Tom, you feel them coming back in this game. Portland just got to make better choices on the half court. You know, get better shots, make the cleaner, easier decision. They've done that so well, attacking inside, outside. You just got to get back to doing that.
Well, if you're BYU, I think you just keep doing what you're doing and stay aggressive on the offensive end because, again, Portland with the foul issues can only do so much, and that could multiply into a very difficult situation for them in the last 5-6 minutes of this contest, just inside the 10-minute mark. Portland student section with the chant. Good deflection by Haas and the steal by Austin. Quickly ahead, Collinsworth. Carlino resetting the offense. Carlino again, no. Austin fouled by Vandermeer, I believe. Bailey was also there. He goes against Thomas Vandermeer, his second. 17th foul, so the bonus for BYU. 5 team fouls on the Cougars, who are on a 6-0 run over the last minute 39 seconds. And Austin can give the Cougars their first lead since very early in this game. Earns the second. We're tied at 62.
Austin's a good role player. I mean, he really bangs the glass, defends. He can make shots if you need him to. Just a nice filler player.
First missed the line tonight after he made his first 5.
Got to get back to inside-outside basketball and ball reversal. Don't try to make these high-wire plays.
Inside of 9 minutes. Good steal and anticipation by Collinsworth. Ahead to Haas, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. 13th turnover against the Pilots. 9 turnovers tonight for BYU. That foul on Wintering, his third. First lead for BYU since 16:33 to play in the first half. And Haas continuing to add to his point total here tonight.
3 misses at the line for an 88% foul shooter.
29 points for Haas. Cougars on an 8-0 run. Trying to figure out this zone. Beirun triple team. He traveled. Took about 5 little mini steps in the paint.
Gets the ball at the free throw line extender at the high post. Catch and face. Gives you lots of options.
Turnovers piling up for Portland. That's our 13th. Beirun checks out and Ryan Nicholas returns. And another illegal pick call going against BYU. Collinsworth with the foul. Second personal on Collinsworth. It's almost like a neutral court setting, Bill, with the rival fan bases trying to out-chant the other.
A big presence by BYU. They travel pretty well.
Shot clock at 6. Bailey from downtown. Vandermar's kept it alive. He was fouled. We'll get a timeout here at the Chiles Center. It is tight. BYU has moved in front by a point.
What happens in Vegas?
What happens in Vegas?
What happens in Vegas?
Stays with you.
Stays with you.
Stays with you.
Forever.
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 What happens in Vegas?
Stays with you forever.
Stays with you forever.
What happens in Vegas?
Stays with you forever. Forever.
On game day,
we wear different uniforms.
we represent different colors,
We come from different backgrounds,
different states.
different cities. Some have hit aces,
Some have hit wedges.
Some have hit threes.
We are different.
but we are the same.
Competition unites us all.
We are not blinded by winning and losing.
The honor of the game must always be upheld.
We represent our conference,
Our school,
Our team,
ourselves.
the West Coast Conference.
Well, he's not the only Tyler Haas fan here tonight, but he may be the most enthusiastic. Put some work into that sign, too. Tyler Haas having a terrific night. 29 points, Bill, on 11 of 18 shooting, doing it inside, outside, really doing it from everywhere.
A real lesson in how to move without the basketball. He's a great shooter, but he really knows how to read the defense. And again, the old-fashioned way. He's got three-point range, but he lives inside the three-point line in a variety of ways. A fun player to watch.
Season high of 35 points against Pepperdine. Vandermar's at the line, shooting 1 and 1.
Yeah, he's hung some pretty good numbers on some people this year. You look at Tyler Haas, 31 against Stanford, 32 against Oregon, 35, as you mentioned, against Pepperdine, 31 against Loyola.
Collinsworth comes out of the pack. Vandermars, by the way, double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds for Portland. Game tied at 63. There's Haws on the drive, 31 points, Tyler Haws.
Well, Presley's fouls really hurt because he did actually a pretty decent job in spots against him, and now he's on the bench.
BYU up a deuce.
Ryan Nichols has got to make himself more present at the top of the key. There's a hole there if they can find it.
Baseline jumper for three, Bobby Sharp.
Well, he's the kind of guy who can shoot him right back in the ball game. He's a tremendous three-point shooter, as he demonstrated right there.
2 for 4 from downtown this evening. Portland back up by 1. Collinsworth fouled. Third personal on Ryan Nicholas. So Nicholas with 3, Wintering with 3, Tilke with 3, Presley with 4. 2 players with 3 fouls for BYU, Mika and Sharp. 19 fouls this half for Portland. So BYU on the verge of the double bonus. Presley returns with his 4 fouls as Bailey checks out.
Been a tough night for him shooting. 1 for 5 at the foul line for Collinsworth.
We're wondering about a career high for Tyler Haws, 42 against Virginia Tech back in 2012. Working the perimeter, but part of it's the frustration they can't penetrate the zone. Sharp from way downtown. Nicholas inside. And he's fouled on his way back up. It's been a quiet night offensively for Nicholas with just 5 points, and also on the boards by his standards. That's 5 for him, and he's the top rebounder in the conference at just over 9 per game. 78% free throw shooter, and his first trip to the line tonight. .67 senior out of Spokane, Gonzaga Prep. You know that victory over the Gonzaga Bulldogs in his senior season here meant a lot to him.
Bragging rights when he gets back home, that's for sure.
Austin kept alive and gained control. Tied at 67. Game's been tied 6 times. We've had 4 lead changes. Collinsworth. Rebound Nicholas.
Good job by Nicholas not to foul right there.
Kevin, you need to rebound like that. You need to rebound like that.
Presley. Sharp. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now 5. And Sharp, not a real creator, but did and does.
He took it upon himself right there to find an opening and nail the jumper.
Didn't have an option. Clock was working against him, but nicely done by Bobby Sharp. Puts Portland up by 2. And the Cougars turn it over. Number 11 tonight for BYU, Portland with 13.
Shot clock running down at about 4. Bobby Sharp sticks it on the deck and finds room and nails the jumper. Big bucket for Portland.
Split Carlino and Collinsworth to get that shot. Their two-point advantage. Ball kicked. 4:42 left to play here in the half. Sharp. Bobby Sharp. 3 for 6 from downtown, 11 points. Bobby Sharp puts Portland up by 5.
The reincarnation of Jared Stoll.
See Presley with 4 fouls.
Yep.
Had to sacrifice the baseline that time, and Halford made him pay. Nicely done by Skylar Halford, junior out of Warren, Utah. He has 7 points, and he cuts the Portland lead to 3. Well, nice catch and shoot from downtown, Bill, for Bobby Sharp, and that's why he's here, his ability to knock down that long-range jumper.
Yeah, the JC transfer from Santa Rosa, you know, he's had struggles trying to get on the floor to get the shots, you know, whether it's an ill-advised turnover or defense, and he's really come together. Double figures over the last 3 of 4 games, and then steps into double figures again in this ball game. He's a dimension they sorely need.
Speaking of guys delivering from three-point range, this is now the 4th straight game that Matt Carlino has connected on 3 three-pointers. So, wow.
Yeah, he's
got a roll going.
Yeah, he's shooting the basketball incredibly well. And we saw some of those amazing things that he can do with the basketball in the first half in the open floor.
19 points for Carlino. It's Tyler Haas leading the way with 31.
BYU back in their man set.
Nicholas, 2-point shot. Vandermar's kept it alive, but BYU with the ball. Carlino, quickness advantage on Sharp, takes advantage of it, goes glass.
There you see that little hesitation, and then go. Great dribble move by Carlino.
Sharp from downtown again, his 4th three-point bomb.
Nice
Sharp
ball fake to give himself room.
with 14. Wintering, harassing Carlino. Halford lost the ball on the penetration, but the foul call is going to go against Wintering, and that is his 4th personal foul. 3:17 left in the game. That's going down to the final minute. At least that's how it looks, with Portland up by 4 on BYU.
Make 2014 the year to get your electric bill in shape. Slim down that bill and save. Switch to solar with the Solar Company, official solar provider of the Warriors. You can slam dunk your electric bill. All you need to do is contact the Solar Company. The Solar Company has zero down options that allow you to trim down that electric bill and give you more cash in your pocket. How much will you save when you switch to solar? Contact the Solar Company today.
Not just any solar company, the Solar Company.
It's time to make room for the new mattress models, but Sleep Train's huge year-end clearance is ending soon. For a short time, save hundreds on Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Get the most highly recommended bed in America at closeout prices. Plus, get interest-free financing and free same-day delivery. Why wait for the new models? Sleep Train's year-end clearance is ending soon. Superior service, best selection, lowest price, guaranteed.
Sleep Train, your ticket to a better night's sleep.
Celebrate the class of 2014 of the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame. Saturday, January 25th, we honor Sacramento's greatest athletes. NFL superstar Teddy Bruschi, baseball Steve Sachs and LaRon Lee, and Olympic gold medalists Debbie Meyer and Jeff Float. Meet the class of 2014 and see last year's inductees too. Get your tickets now at Thunder Valley or at Ticketmaster.com. Proceeds to benefit the Sacramento Area Special Olympics. The Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame celebration. Saturday, January 25th at Thunder Valley Casino Resort.
West Coast Conference Hoops is brought to you in part by Red Lion Hotels, your first choice for lodging on the West Coast. By Crusher Headphones from Skull Candy, bass you can feel. And by the W.TV, all the action anytime, anywhere. Well, it's been a two-man show offensively tonight for BYU as Carlino and Haas have combined for 52 points. For the Portland Pilots, Bill, it's more of a shared offensive experience.
That's one thing we talked about in the pregame in the open, that Kevin Bailey can't be a solo act. And look at what we've gotten from the other complementary players. You got 4 guys in double figures. You know, Vandermar's got 12, Presley's got 12, Bobby Sharp, 3-point daggers, has got 14. So Eric Revno, he's got to be pleased with the balance.
Alford, an 85% free throw shooter. Rebound by Bailey. 3-point Portland lead. BYU showing man-to-man defensively now. Spending quite a bit of time in the zone. Vandermar's had an easy lay and missed it, but got the ball back. A little tougher shot, and he made that one. That's how it goes sometimes. Vandermar's 14 points to go along with 11 rebounds. 5-point Portland lead. Tough defensive assignment here for Wintering with 4 personals guarding Carlino. Haas baseline.
Yes. Great read. He went flare when the Pilot defender went over the top of the screen.
33 for Haas. 6th assist. Now make it 7 for Carlino. Bob inside. Vandermar's good catch. Really traveled. He's going to head to the line. Fouled on the shot. Dave Rose doesn't like the call.
Might have been a break right there for Portland. Kind of a late whistle.
19th foul. 2nd personal on Austin. Vandermar's at the line tonight. 2 for 4. 6'11" junior out of the Netherlands. Look there at Nate Austin. Up to date on the WCC scoreboard. Gonzaga surviving at home against San Diego, 59-56 in the second half. St. Mary's up 6 on Pepperdine, and LMU up 9 on Pacific.
The league has gotten better. There are no patsies anymore in the WCC.
Got to bring your game every night. BYU's won 5 straight in league play. Carlino hoping to make it 6 straight. He's up to 23 points. Portland lead down to 2. We're inside of 2 minutes left to play here at the Chiles Center. Bobby Sharp well guarded by Collinsworth. It's the pick from Vandermar's. Comes up short. Maybe a break opportunity here for the Cougars. Haas lays it in. Assist to Carlino. And Haas with 35 points. Carlino with his 8th assist. And Tyler Haas has equaled his season high. Fans cheering on both teams on their feet as we approach the 1-minute mark. Tied at 78. Bailey no good. Vandermar's inside. He goes up. It's good. Thomas Vandermar's.
Tough rebound by Vandermar's.
17 points and 12 rebounds for Vandermar's. Portland by 2. We're inside a minute. Haas guarded by Bailey. Deep in the post. Bounce it out to Carlino. Dave Rose wants a timeout. 1 timeout remaining for the Cougars. Portland with 2 timeouts remaining.
We talk about how good these guys are in the open floor. Look at Haas attacking the rim for 2.
And at the other end.
Second effort. Thomas Vandermar's has won the battle against Mika here with that extra effort to get the ball in off the glass.
A terrific night for Thomas Vandermar's. 17 points, 12 rebounds. He had a game earlier this season. 19 points, 18 rebounds against Portland State. So This is not uncharted territory for him, and it really has been a breakout season for him where he's become a more consistent, more reliable player for Eric Revenaux's club.
You're never going to get the guy that's ready to go 6'10", 6'11" at a school like Portland. You got to develop him. Eric Revenaux has a reputation for doing that. Starting to bear fruit with Vandermars. Like what he's done tonight.
38.7 left in regulation. 12 seconds on the shot clock. And Haas throws it away. He's trying to get it back to Carlino. BYU down by 2. We'll see how
pressure here.
We'll see how long they play for the steal before committing a foul. And there it is, the steal. Carlino, Haas with the chippy, and we're tied at 80. A new season high for Haas with 37 points. 2 timeouts for Portland. BYU has 1. Can't use it, obviously, right now.
Look for the last shot.
Oh, Carlino is thinking steal on the overplay. Bailey, the isolation against Collinsworth. Tough shot, fadeaway. Collinsworth. Stripped as he went up. No foul called. It'll be Portland ball. 1.4 left to play. Let's see if Revenau will take the timeout. He will.
Wow, looked like a break there for the Pilots. Kevin Bailey kind of took that shot a little early for me, Tom.
The defensive play of the game is brought to you by Geico. One 15-minute call can save you 50% or more on your car insurance. And here it is with the Cougars down 2. Terrific play by Carlino. It's as if they drew it up that way. Haas with a lay-in. And again, for Tyler Haas, a new season high with 37 points, 15 of 22 from the floor, 3 of 3 from downtown, couple of rebounds thrown into the mix. And for Matt Carlino, 9 assists to go along with 23 points.
Carlino's second career in both assists and steals average in BYU history.
The season and career high in assists, 11. And if this one gets to overtime, he may set a new personal record in that category. He also has 5 steals tonight. Now they're trying to get a check here on possession, who last touched the ball. Portland ball.
Tough one. Tough to call that one.
Well, there was nothing there to make you feel like you need to change the original call.
Right.
So 1.4. 1 timeout for each club. You're tied at 80. This game has been tied 8 times. There have been 5 lead changes. Ryan Nicholas to inbound. To Bailey. That is a tough shot, but he got it off, and we're going to overtime. They've had time to take a dribble toward the hoop, get a little momentum going that way. It would have been difficult either way, so we are where we thought we might. And that was a heartbreaker that night for Portland, as it was an incredibly difficult three-pointer made by USF's Chris Adams to set that one to overtime. We'll come back with overtime tonight here at the Chiles Center. We're tied at 80, Portland and BYU.
I've got a small business, and everybody said you should be promoting it with Facebook.
Well, I use Facebook for myself, but I had no idea how to use it for my plumbing business.
Then I heard about web.com.
They told me they would build a professional Facebook page for my business free.
So I gave them a call.
And then they built me a Facebook page for free. I couldn't believe it.
If you call web.com now, you can have a new Facebook page built for your small business free. We even write posts for your Facebook page that will get people talking about you.
It's like I have this whole big social media department for my business.
Call now and web.com will build your new Facebook page free. Then we'll continue to bring you new fans, write posts for you, and report on results, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
Now people call me and say, I found you on Facebook. How cool is that?
You say it, we build it free.
Call 1-866-373-3638 today.
Old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Welcome back. Overtime at the University of Portland. The Portland Pilots and Cougars of BYU tied at 80. Turn back the clock. 2 weeks from tonight. Gonzaga in town. Portland really trying to find a win to get it on track. And this is the one. Upsetting the Gonzaga Bulldogs 82-73. First win against Gonzaga since 2003. And trying to get another impressive win here tonight against a very talented offensive machine in BYU. Bailey, boy, tough shot that time, well defended. But Eric Revenue, I think, wants a higher quality shot. You have to be not overly selective, but just make solid decisions.
Sometimes he's a degree of difficulty guy.
Haas comes up short. Wintering. Inside to Vandermars, who's had a terrific night. Goes to the left hand.
He's gotten so much better at being able to come back with a left hand over the right shoulder. He didn't have that earlier this year, and he's added it. Great play by him.
19 points on 8 of 11 shooting. Mika inside, fouled by Wintering. He is gone. Starting point guard for Portland is fouled out. Wintering's line tonight, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He gets a nice ovation from the fans here in Portland. The true freshman out of Concord, North Carolina.
He played a fine floor game. Just a freshman. He's held his own in this league.
Mika, a 60% free throw shooter. Okay, between Haas and Carlino, 24 of 37 shooting, 6 of 8 from downtown, and 60 points. Lane violation against Portland. So another opportunity for Mika. Eric Revenue asking who. I'm not sure any of his players will admit to that right now. And Mika connects with a second chance. 1 point Portland lead. And with Wintering out, it's Bryce Presley on. Bobby Sharp contested. Three-pointer. Haas was right there. Sharp doesn't care. The lead at 4. And Bobby Sharp from downtown. Now 5 of 9. He has 17 points. Carlino. Rebound Bailey.
Well, I'll tell you, Bobby Sharp, we talked about the X factor before the game being Carlino, but in this second half, it's been Bobby Sharp.
Career high this season of 18 points earlier this season. He has 17 right now. Into Ryan Nicholas going to work on Mika. And a holding foul on Eric Mika. Get another look at this three-point shot by Sharp.
See him coming off the screen, but boy, Haas right inside of him. He just raises and nails it.
Now, Haas played it perfectly defensively. You don't want to jump there and create a potential four-point play. Put his hand right in Sharp's mug. Terrific game tonight for that young man, Bobby Sharp. Critical miss at the line by Nicholas. Ryan at the line tonight, 1 of 3. Portland as a club, 10 of 16. BYU, 16 of 27. Mika takes a seat on the Cougars bench. Halford, Carlino, Austin, Haas and Collinsworth on. Ball last touched by Austin. So Vandermars with the effort off the second free throw missed by Nicholas gives his club another chance with a full shot clock.
30.
And Dave Rose takes the timeout. The final one for BYU. Bobby Sharp has been outstanding here this evening. 6'2" junior out of Santa Rosa, California. Transfer from Santa Rosa JC. Now, this is coming off a good game for him at Loyola Marymount, where he had a team-high 14 points. That was the first stop before they got tagged with that loss in Pepperdineville. But tonight, Sharp with 17 points, 6 of 10 shooting overall, 5 of 9 from three-point range, and he's delivering exactly what you said in the open Portland had to have tonight. An unusual suspect, if you will, step up and deliver a big night offensively. It's been Bobby Sharp.
Now, he's really the story. I mean, the second half, his three-point shooting, able to find shots when the Pilots were struggling in the half court. It's been big. It's given them more room to get the ball inside. I mean, Vandermars has won the battle against Mika. He's been outstanding. No question he's had a great ball game, but Bobby Sharp's a difference maker.
And Bobby's season high 18 at Oregon State. That was back on November the 13th. His first season with the club. So season highs are also career highs for Sharp.
A couple weeks ago, I had a chance to talk to Bobby, and he's a real affable guy, real friendly. And I came up and told him this is when he wasn't playing a whole lot. And I said, you know, you can really play. I told him that. And I said, you can flat out shoot the basketball. What you have to do is just play solid. Don't try to dribble into traffic. Don't try to make fancy passes. Guard your guy, because the longer you stay on the floor, you're going to get shots, and then you're going to make a difference. And I think the minutes are finally coming for Bobby Sharp, and we see what the results are.
Well, he's third tonight in attempted field goals. Bailey leads the way with 13, and he's had a rough shooting night, 4 of 13. Vandermars next with 11. He's made 8 of 11. Portland is a team tonight, 32 of 64. Straight up 50%. Terrific shooting night for BYU, 29 of 54. 53.7%. They're 7 of 13 from downtown, but Portland 11 of 18 from downtown, led by Sharp. But Presley 2 for 2. Bailey 2 for 4.
Now, they shot the ball well from the three-point line, and that's a big factor, I think, for this team to open up the inside half.
I said BYU had taken its final timeout. Incorrect. The Cougars still with 1 remaining. Portland with 2.
It's a chance to take your time, really take a good look at the defense, get a good shot. Make this BYU team guard the whole shot clock.
Bailey guarded by Halford. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bailey works baseline. Nice bounce pass to Nicholas, but Ryan could not get the handle. Collinsworth. Rebound
Intimidated by
Vandermars. 14th rebound to go along with his 19 points.
The shot block and the intimidation at the rim has been a big deal for Portland. They've disrupted a lot of easy attempts for BYU.
Carlino on the overplay. 4 blocks tonight for Portland. BYU with 5 block shots.
Portland, at the end of the shot clock, has got to have a real purpose about what they want to do. They can't be guessing holding the basketball.
Shot clock at 10. Mars with a pick for Presley. Shot clock at 3. Presley. Austin with the rebound. Guarded by Bailey. Pick from Austin. Drives to the hoop. Vandermar's good defense. Austin inside. And that was a direct result of Vandermar's having to go with Haas. And off the miss, Austin was there to clean it up.
But you got to stick with the guy that's got all the beans. That's the right thing to do.
Austin was 7 points. Portland's lead at 2. Sharp. Shot clock at 7. Bobby Sharp. Got the bounce for 3. Bobby Sharp. 20 points. 6 of 10 shooting. A new season and career high for Bobby Sharp. Putting Portland up by 5, 88-83 with 59.6 left to play.
Boy, a big basket and a tough basket for Bobby Sharp.
Another look at this one, guarded by Halford.
Keeps his dribble, a little step back, and you know,
like
we called it shooter's bounce. Yeah, a little arm bar to clear yourself. Nothing wrong with that.
Created some space.
When you're a scorer, you know how to do that, Tom. Here you see him.
There it is right there.
Yep. And then the step back to get his
step back.
As Bill Rafferty used to say, to get his puppies organized behind the line and knocks it down.
So we have seen really 4 outstanding individual performances tonight. I mean, high-level stuff, 2 from each club. Sharp and Vandermars for Portland. Haas and Carlino for BYU. This has just been a terrific, terrific night of basketball in the Rose City.
Well, you see the personality of this Portland club. You saw them struggling to find the option at the end of the shot clock. Well, they found it. It's Bobby Sharp.
And if you're Portland, that 5-point lead, not nearly enough with the explosiveness of Carlino and Haas. And there's Haas contested by Bailey, out of control, and Sharp comes up with it. Well defended that time by Kevin Bailey. And Carlino committing the foul that'll send Nicholas to the line. And that's the 10th team foul on BYU, so double bonus for the Portland Pilots. Second foul on Carlino. Brian Nicholas at the line tonight, just 1 of 4. 44.7 seconds left to play. He needs to make both these. Otherwise, we're going to stay with a 2-possession game. 6-point lead. Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Skull Candy's Crusher headphones, changing the way you listen to music, providing bass you can feel, not just hear. Our player of the game right there, Bobby Sharp with 20 points off that Portland bench in a 3-possession game now as Ryan Nicholas delivers in the clutch at the line. After a rocky 1 for 4 start at the stripe, he makes back-to-back shots. 90-83 Portland. Carlino to the rack, throws it up. A little too strong. Austin keeps it alive. Haas inside. Carlino for a 3. That's no good. Haas with the offensive rebound. Halford goes up. Downtown shot is good. 26 seconds left.
Well, you can see Brigham Young's players, the winning personality, Carlino and Haas competing for the basketball, not willing to die.
4-point game. Sharp. And Tilke steps out.
Portland having having trouble with the press.
The momentum that took Tilke to the baseline took him out of bounds. And BYU with a golden opportunity here. And then Bailey committing the foul on Haas, who will head to the line. 24.2 left to play.
That's the last thing you want to do, is allow the BYU Cougars to score the basketball with the clock stopped.
And you send an 88% free throw shooter to the stripe.
He's missed 3 times in this ball game. Somebody opened the door a few times against him, because this guy's nails.
I think the officials want to take a look, I believe, at the game clock.
How much time actually ran off on that, on the out of bounds
play? Because it was right at the moment of contact as the ball came into Haas. We'll see if we can get confirmation if that's what's going on. Haas at the line tonight, 4 for 7. 37 points, a season high. 15 of 27 from the floor, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Carlino, second leading scorer for the Cougars with 23, 9 of 16 from the floor, 3 of 6 from downtown, 9 assists.
Very entertaining basketball game.
And they are trying to decide exactly how much time should be on the game clock. Our crew here tonight: Greg Mixon, Rob Rourke, Scott Brown. .6 on the clock as Tyler Haas steps to the line. Shooting 2. Makes it a 1-possession game. A 3-point Portland lead. Tilke out. Ryan Nicholas coming on for the Pilots.
Haas makes this. Portland's going to be in their press offense. The key thing is meet the basketball. Don't let the ball travel. Go get the basketball on the pass.
2-point game. Haas with 39. 3 off his career high. Into Vandermars. He's fouled by Austin. Third foul on Austin. Vandermars at the line tonight. He was a good player for BYU to target. 3 of 6.
Came in as a 71% foul shooter, though. Portland's a good foul shooting team. Not shooting as well as they normally do tonight. Shooting 63%.
Double bonus. 2 free throws for Vandermars.
Big one.
3-point lead. Vandermars, 20 points, 14 rebounds. And BYU with a chance to tie with a 3-pointer.
Don't necessarily have to go for 3 here.
But if you don't, you got to go hard and quick for the 2. Haas for 3 in the tie. Got it! Tyler Haas with 12 seconds left equals a career high 42 points. Portland with a chance though to win the game. Sharp. And a timeout taken by Eric Revenue. Ice flowing through the veins, apparently, of Bobby Sharp.
I'm telling you, Bobby Sharp is in his own driveway, and everything is going to go in. He pulled up from 35 feet there before the timeout. Here we see Haas getting loose, and boy, you don't want him loose because he's been unbelievable tonight. 40 beans for Tyler Haas.
Well, Bailey was late getting over. You see, he kind of stumbled on his way over to Haas, and that's more than enough room for Tyler Haas. Tying the career high again with 42 points, and set originally against Virginia Tech in 2012.
Excuse me, 40, as you said, 42.
42
my mistake.
Wow, what an incredible show here tonight, and now the very real prospect of double overtime, although 5 seconds more than enough clock for Portland if they execute whatever Eric Reveneau is drawing up right now to get a good shot.
How many picks can I run for Bobby Sharp?
How many picks can you run in 4 seconds? You got to give him that last second to get a shot off.
As Dennis Hopper said in Hoosiers, run the picket fence.
Matt Carlino imploring his teammates. Austin as well getting involved. They're all talking about what they need to do defensively over these final 5 seconds. I'll tell you what, watch out for Carlino, the way he likes to overplay the passing lanes.
Yep. Well, you know, you got to look at it this way. Portland's best player is Kevin Bailey. To get him an option where he's able to drive to the basket with a crash of the backboard after that shot, that's probably what you're looking at here. They don't need a three-point shot.
42 points by Tyler Haws, the most scored by a West Coast Conference player this season and the most since he scored 42 last season.
That says something right there.
Bailey to inbound. Presley. Back to Bailey. The fadeaway. Double overtime in Portland.
First overtime.
What a game in the Rose City.
A little diagonal cut after Kevin Bailey took the ball out of bounds. They got him to a place where they had a decent shot at the basket, just didn't go down.
Well, this has just really been a special night. Not only the way these clubs have performed, how some of the individuals have stood out, the fact that you've got enthusiastic fan bases here for both programs tonight. It has been outstanding. It's going to be 5 more minutes at least of basketball at the Chiles Center. I don't want to limit us, Bill, to just 2 overtimes. We're going to that second overtime because of Tyler Haws and the miss by Bailey.
Old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
This is hopscotch, okay? Uncle go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay? Okay. Okay, we go the other way, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's 10 spaces. You want to try again? Yeah?
Check out this smoking hot deal at Dickey's Barbecue Pit. This week, the Big Barbecue Sandwich, you choose any meat and your choice of a side dish or a large drink for just $5. Dickey's Barbecue Pit slow smokes their meat to mouth-watering perfection. Even the sides are homemade. And don't forget to leave room for your free ice cream. The Dickey's Barbecue Pit $5 Big Barbecue Sandwich, build your own combo. Now that's a smoking hot deal. Get your $5 Big Barbecue Sandwich, build your own combo this week at any of the 14 Bay Area Dickey's locations.
You gotta love it. Double overtime at the Chiles Center in Portland, tied at 91. Portland and BYU. Shooting percentages tonight, Portland 49.3%. The Cougars 50.8%, led by the 42 points of Tyler Haws, equaling his career high. Matt Carlino with 23. 4 Portland players in double figures with Thomas Vandermars and Bobby Sharp, each with 20. And for Vandermars, he also has 14 rebounds. We're going to retoss that ball. We're going to reset the clock to 5 minutes.
Who wants it bad enough? That's really what it's going to come down to, Tom.
BYU with the first possession in double overtime. Next time Haas scores, if he does score, it'll be a new career high. Tough shot there. BYU comes up with a loose ball. Collinsworth strong to the rack. Kyle Collinsworth with just his 6th point.
Tough scoring night for him, but good scrap to get that second opportunity.
A lot of times it's not how many you score, when you score.
Yep.
Huge bucket for Collinsworth and a 2-point lead for BYU. Portland playing without its starting point guard, Alec Wintering, who's fouled out. Carlino got a hand on it. Last touch by Bailey, BYU ball.
Boy, he has great hands and great anticipation in the passing lane.
17th turnover for the Pilots. BYU with 13 tonight. Odds harassed by Bailey. We wonder if this thing's going to come down to a war of attrition in double overtime. Bailey frustrated as he picks up his 3rd foul. Free throws coming up. Second,
just
4th foul.
So smart as he runs people off of picks, whether he flares or curls. He just has such a great feel for the basketball game. Because not everything's coming off the bounce.
4th foul on Bailey, 4 with Presley. Haas to the line. And a new career high, 43 points, Tyler Haas. 7 of 10 at the line tonight. 44 points.
Great guy for you young players to watch. I mean, he just does everything so well. That's how, I mean, not everything's a high wire act. You can get it done by being smart and having a great outside shot.
Yard harassed by Halford. Really important possession here for Portland. Bailey, tough shot. Nicholas kept it alive. I think they could have gotten a better shot than that.
So important to be on balance when you're shooting.
Last West Coast Conference player, Bill, to score 44 in a game. Adam Morrison of Gonzaga back in 2006. Tyler Haas may be on his way to 50 before we're done.
Here we see Carlino and Haas doing their little dribble at you, back door cut. Haas draws the 2-shot foul.
4th foul on Ryan Nicholas. 45 points. Matt Carlino loving what he's seeing from his teammate. Some of our storylines tonight, career highs for Haas and Sharp, and a significant double-double for Vandermars. 46 points for Tyler Haas. Last player with 46 in a game. This one will take you old school. Bo Kimball against Oklahoma in 1990. Sharp with a miss. And BYU up 6 with the ball. And a timeout by Dave Rose. And I'm sure he wants to talk about game management, clock management with his club. Now up by 6 with exactly 3 minutes left in double overtime. Tyler Haas, 6'5" junior, Alpine, Utah, Lone Peak High School, 6th leading scorer in the nation. I doubt anybody's better in the country tonight than Tyler Haas.
Yeah, he can get it done in a variety of ways. He shows you range from the 3-point line. What really makes him, separates him is his ability to read screens. He does such a great job of knowing where the defender is. And like I said, he's an old school guy. He's an 80s player. He's looking for the intermediate shot, trying to get contact, trying to get to the rim.
See those little guys? They're going to get very little sleep before they head to school tomorrow, and
I think you're right.
They could care less.
Oh, look at this guy, man. He's fired up.
He will remember this night for a long, long time.
Oh.
When you see your favorite player deliver a performance like Tyler Haas has delivered tonight.
Boy, the lineage of great guards that have played, and I'm sure I'll miss some, but you go back to Danny Ainge, and of course Jimmer Fredette, who can forget the performances that he's put on the board, and now comes Tyler Haas. It's his time.
Well, tonight he moves past, in terms of explosive games, he shoots past Adam Morrison. at 44 points. He's currently tied with Bo Kimball at 46. Last time somebody in the West Coast Conference put 46 on the board, Loyola Marymount's Bo Kimball back in 1990. Collinsworth getting a pick from Austin. Kyle trying to break down Nicholas, and he does.
He's a tough guard for a power forward like Nicholas.
Collinsworth with 8 points, an 8-point lead for BYU. And now or never time for Portland, and that's one way to chip into that deficit is get players to the line, and Vandermars will be shooting 2. 4 for 8 at the stripe tonight. 20 points for Thomas to go along with 14 rebounds. Pilots have not scored in this second overtime.
Vandermars has just had a dominant performance. He's just worn out all the Brigham Young bigs, and Pilots kind of ignored him for a number of possessions and finally went back to him.
Eric Reveneau with a timeout. That'll leave Portland with 1. BYU with 1 timeout remaining. Good look at Eric Reveneau. 8th season here. 107 wins, 134 losses. His best stretch, 08 to 2011. Had back-to-back seasons of more than 20 wins, 60 wins over that 3-year period. And that's where he's trying to get this program back to. But 11-8 right now. And looking at a very real possibility of going to 11-9. BYU looking to take its record to 14-7, seeking a 6th straight win here tonight. They'll be in Spokane to take on the Bulldogs at 7 o'clock on Saturday night, and back home to face Pacific. On the road for St. Mary's, Santa Clara, and San Francisco to follow.
Pilots are going to go hard press right here, try to get a steal or a foul.
Lead at 6. Portland just needs to play good, solid, straight-up defense. Easier said than done when you're trying to defend this crew. Scored 112 points in a game at Stanford earlier this season. Carlino resetting. 2-minute mark in double overtime. Back to Carlino. Shot clock at 5. He'll launch. And we get a foul call against one of the Pilots. Free throws coming up for BYU. And that goes against Bryce Presley. He is gone. His 5th personal foul. Second Pilot to foul out tonight, joining Alec Wintering. So 2 starters gone for Portland.
Collinsworth has been the man here in the overtimes. He's really had a nose for the basketball and really competed for the ball and really rose to the occasion after a real mediocre game up until the overtime stretch.
Sharp on, David Carr on for Portland. Collinsworth. And this important free throw coming up. Currently a 2-possession game with a 6-point lead. Three-possession game.
Wintering's fouls. The fouls in general have hurt the Pilots. Losing your point guard, though, has been big for them.
Nicholas position inside. Nice find by Bailey. That's one of the easier opportunities they've had in the second half, Bill.
BYU a little conscious about the 3-point shot.
100-95. Fourth time this season that BYU has reached the century mark. Carlino. Shot clock at 9. Off balance, goes in, throws it up. Rebound by Ryan Nicholas, and he's fouled by Collinsworth. Now Collinsworth wants the held ball, but he gets tagged with the foul. That was nearly an incredible play
trying to
by
maintain
Carlino.
the dribble right here is really unbelievable. Didn't fall down and is able to corkscrew one up that almost went in.
And Carlino
cramped up.
You say no surprise when you get near the end of a second overtime and a game played at the intensity level this one has been played at. This is going to happen to players. 57.5 seconds left. Free throws coming up for Portland. A chance to cut the lead to 3.
Well, we've seen both teams take big leads in overtimes and seen them evaporate. So, I mean, BYU came roaring back from being down 6. And the Pilots now are trying to get back the same way BYU did. So, it's been an amazing ball game.
A talented BYU team. No seniors on this squad. Take a look. 7 juniors, 2 sophomores, 4 freshmen. Look over at the Portland roster in their starting lineup. They are limited to just the 1 senior and Ryan Nicholas. They're a fairly young group too. We're going to see a lot of these guys. Tilkey's a senior as well for Portland. Tanner Riley, who does not play that much, also a senior.
Yeah, this core of this team is going to be back. And the Pilots are going to add junior Jason Todd, who was Washington State's 4A Player of the Year last year. And he's going to make an impact next year. Really good player.
Nicholas needs them both. Gets the first. Ryan Nicholas with 11 points, 6 rebounds, 100-96. One possession game, 57.5 seconds left. Nicholas checking out. Tilkey for defensive purposes coming on. Winder trying to beat the pressure and does into front court. It's to no, it's Halford. Now to Collinsworth.
Hand check.
Foul on Tilkey. That's his 4th.
This may not be so bad because Collinsworth has scuffled at the foul line.
3 for 8 at the stripe. Double bonus. Got all of that rim.
That rim right there.
Adding a little iron to his diet. Four-point game. Plenty of time for Portland.
Not necessarily needing the 3-point ball right here. Just a good look. Try to get the 2.
Sharp launching. Hitting!
Wow.
Sharp! In another dimension tonight. Bobby Sharp. 7 of 12 from downtown, 23 points as he adds on to his season and career high.
And he's claiming that it should have been a 4-point shot. He thinks he got hit on this shot. Wow.
And Portland pulls within 1.
And that is deep. Deep jumper.
101-100. 30.7 seconds left. So the situation for Eric Reveno's club now. Shot clock is off. How much time do you take to try to come up with a steal before you go and commit the foul? You have Bailey with 4 fouls on the court. He can't commit the foul. Tilkey on the court. He has 4. He can't foul. So it's going to have to come from Sharp or Carr or Vandermars.
There's your
Ahead
guy
to
right there.
Collinsworth. And there's Sharp committing the foul. Skylar Halford will head to the line. BYU up by 1, 22.1 left to play in what has been an amazing night of West Coast Conference basketball in Portland. Halford at the line tonight. 1 for 2.
Good foul shooter. 85.
Portland no longer with any timeouts. BYU has one if needed. 2-point Cougar lead. Ryan Nicholas on Tilke out for Portland.
Little offense for defense there.
Portland needs a quick 2 or the 3. Looking for Sharp. Guarded by Collinsworth. Sharp launching. Oh!
Unbelievable.
Bobby Sharp ties it at 103. And Dave Rose with a timeout. 7.7. 8 of 13 from downtown for Bobby Sharp. 26 points.
Talk about being in your own world, in your own zone. Bobby Sharp again with that little Larry Bird step back money from nearly the parking lot, as I mentioned.
There are no words for what we've seen tonight from Bobby Sharp, what we've seen tonight from Tyler Haws with a career-high 46. This will have to go down as one of the all-time great games in the Chiles Center. 103-103. We're in a second overtime, and we have had some unforgettable performances, Bill, here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, this WCC, the best three-point shooting league in the country, and it is on display for all those folks that are watching across the country and picking up our feed. You're seeing it, folks. And for the thought that the outside shot is dead, when you think about the NBA, Tom, it ain't dead right here.
Portland 14 of 22 from beyond the arc, 63.6%. Most of that obviously from Sharp, 8 of 13. BYU, 9 of 18 from downtown. 4 of 6 Haws. Carlino 3 of 7. And here we go. Neither team with a timeout. Collinsworth into Carlino. Guarded by Tilke. To Haws. Fadeaway, baseline, triple overtime.
Wow.
What would you say, about 3,500 people here tonight?
Yeah, I'd say.
4,000?
Yeah, close. 3,500, 4,000. They're getting their money's worth tonight, Tom.
10 years from now, 7,000 people. We'll talk about the night they saw Portland and BYU play at least 3 overtimes.
Check out this smoking hot deal at Dickey's Barbecue Pit. This week, the big barbecue sandwich, you choose any meat and your choice of a side dish or a large drink for just $5. Dickey's Barbecue Pit slow smokes their meat to mouth-watering perfection. Even the sides are homemade. And don't forget to leave room for your free ice cream. The Dickey's Barbecue Pit $5 big barbecue sandwich, build your own combo. Now that's a smoking hot deal. Get your $5 big barbecue sandwich, build your own combo this week at any of the 14 Bay Area Dickey's locations.
These are the hands of a surgeon, a pediatrician. These are pioneering advances in heart surgery. And these are developing groundbreaking treatments for cancer. They're the hands of the nation's top doctors, Kaiser Permanente doctors. And though they are all different, they work together on a single mission, saving lives. Discover how we're advancing medicine at kp.org. Join us and thrive.
We're not done yet. 103-103, BYU in Portland, getting ready for the start of a third overtime here at the Chiles Center. Here's how we got to the first OT. Carlino batting the ball to Haas. It gets us into the first overtime. Tyler Haas drains the triple. Bailey with a chance to win it. We go to double overtime. Bobby Sharp in the second overtime with two massive three-point shots, contested shots, and here we are. And Portland with the first possession in this third session. Ryan Nicholas guarded by Collinsworth. Saved by Carr.
Plenty of time.
Vandermars with a screen. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Vandermars in the post. Double team, gets the shot off. Inside, Bailey couldn't finish. But the tip by Vandermars.
Great competition at the rim by the Pilots.
Thomas Vandermars. 24 points, a new career high, 16 rebounds. Alford. Austin comes out with it. Carlino for three. Vandermars with a rebound.
Got to work hard, run their stuff, look inside for Vandermars.
Guarded by Austin. Carr. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Carr in some trouble. Ball knocked out of bounds by Austin. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Each team with a timeout to use in this third session.
Carlino's cramping up again.
Carlino checking out. Going to go over and deal with that cramp that's bothering him. Winder in for the Cougars. Nicholas. Vandermars. Carr draws rim. Nicholas deflecting the ball off of one of the Cougars, either Collinsworth or Austin.
Smart play. Had no defensive, he had no rebound position, able to deflect it off of Austin. And fresh clock for Portland.
Big play by Ryan Nicholas. One that doesn't really show up in a box score. But a huge play. On the low block, the smaller Haas on, and he'll go to work. And fouled by Winder.
He's one of the best at taking the ball and hooking somebody's arm and getting to the foul line. Ryan Nicholas. Got a little Bill Lambert in him.
Senior who looks to play professionally overseas once he's wrapped things up here. 5 for 8 at the line tonight. 12 points, 6 rebounds. Well, the storylines, if we gave you all of them, you wouldn't see any of the action. But we'll go with these three. Haas, new career high, 46 points. Sharp, a new career high, 26 points. And Vandermars with a double-double, 24 points, 17 rebounds. 3-point Portland lead. So we approach the 3-minute mark in triple overtime.
Haas has been quiet. Kind of expect something from him right. Oh!
Bailey with a steal. Ahead to Sharp. Quite a play, by the way. especially when you consider Bailey with the 4 fouls. Vandermars, one-on-one, defensively goes up. Last touch by a Cougar.
Portland winning those 50-50 opportunities.
Dave Rose saying his players, or at least one of them, push. Once the foul call, won't get it. 2:24 left. Maybe. Carr inside. Nicholas blocked, but fouled by Austin.
Good execution right there. Pilot's able to rub Nicholas free on the inner half.
5th foul on Nate Austin. First Cougar to foul out tonight. At the line, Ryan Nicholas, 6 for 10 at the stripe. We'll see if Carlino is going to come in. Despite the cramping issues he's had, he will. And Nate Austin leaves. 7 points, 15 rebounds tonight for Nate Austin. So just an outstanding job on the glass for the big man. He checks out, 6'11" junior.
He brings his lunch pail, man. He comes to play.
Solid job for him tonight. Nicholas. It's a 4-point Portland lead. Corey Tilke getting ready to return. Nicholas pushes the lead out to 108, 105, 103, a 5-point Portland lead. Haas for 3. Loose ball. Saved by Tilke into Carr. Nice crossover by Carr. Bounce pass. Vandermars got Mika off his feet, and Thomas Vandermars heading to the line. It's going to be the 5th foul on the freshman, Eric Mika. He'll leave with 4 points and 4 rebounds.
David Carr has given them some solid minutes at the point. He's played really smart. He's made the right decisions, taking care of the basketball. There he makes a nice penetration play freeing up Vandermars for a 2-shot foul now.
Mika out. Josh Sharp on. Vandermars 24 points, 6 of 10 at the line, 17 rebounds. I'll tell you, nobody on this Portland staff appreciates the play of a big man more than Eric Reveneau.
Oh,
That's what he was all about
tonight. He's been outstanding.
What he was all about as a player at Stanford. 7-point Portland lead. Collinsworth fouled. He'll head to the line. Tilke's 5th. He's gone. Here comes Nicholas.
Tilke didn't score, but he was a big energizer. Competed well on the defensive end. Really helped this club out tonight.
BYU has not scored in this overtime. The 3rd tonight. Ice broken by Collinsworth.
Going to see BYU pressure here.
Within 5.
Almost did the same thing.
Bailey. He'll shoot 2.
Almost better off pulling the ball out right there and working the clock.
I agree, Bill. I'm not sure that's what Eric Reveneau wanted to see.
I mean, if you got a strip layup, that's one thing. But if you don't, you got to back it out and eat clock.
Bailey 4 of 6 now at the line. A rough night from the floor. 4 of 16 shooting. 2-possession game, 111-105. BYU still very much alive here in Portland. Carlino for 3. Inside Collinsworth. Timeout. BYU. And Eric Reveneau saying, how can you call timeout?
You don't have possession of the basketball.
They didn't have possession.
Now, that's a rule I still have a hard time with, when you can be on the floor with the basketball, really scrambling, and call timeout. Well, Collinsworth can really compete, can he?
He had timeout for just a moment, maybe right there.
Yep.
And if that's when the timeout was called, that's a legitimate timeout. 1:14 left, 111-105. Well, it's been a while since Haas has
he's
scored.
been real quiet.
Carlino's been quiet for a while as well.
And that hurts because the Pilots have won, or they are winning in this ball game because of balance. They've had different people be able to produce for them. That hasn't been the story with BYU. It's really been 2 guys.
Tyler Haas with his career-high 46 points tonight. The last player in the West Coast Conference to put 48 on the board. Terrell Lowry, Loyola Marymount back in 1990.
It's that same show. Those guys were getting 100 a night. But Paul West had a group that said, go ahead, make it 2 because we're going to shoot a 3.
So you may know the answer. Who was the last player to score 50 in the West Coast Conference? Same team. Different player.
Yeah,
I mentioned him earlier.
Bo Kimball.
50 points against USF, also in 1990. Thank you, Paul Westhead.
That was something to watch. Those guys were, talk about playing fast.
Carlino to inbound. And to Haas. Gets a pick from Sharp. Drive into the rack. Hangs and hits. 48 points.
Got that
Tyler
off against
Haas.
a 6'11" guy.
4-point Portland lead. Sharp in trouble. Throws it away.
Boy, they have really struggled against pressure.
That ball was not touched. It'll be inbounded on the baseline.
1 minute, less than 1 minute.
Carlino. Haas. In and out. Held ball, possession arrow pointing to BYU.
Probably the easiest shot that Tyler Haas has had all night. A strip 14-footer, and he missed it.
Again, Carlino. Pick ball by Carr. Haas with it. It's a pick by Sharp. Carlino way downtown. Nicholas with a rebound. And Carr will head to the free throw line. That foul goes against Carlino. That's his third.
David Carr at the line to shoot 2.
A lot of these misses we're seeing just the result of fatigue.
More than likely, particularly when you think about those guys having to carry the bread the whole game. Carlino and Hawes.
Legs are paying a price, both teams. Carr missing both free throws. Carlino with his club down by just 4. Collinsworth gets it back inside. Halford, no. Rebound, Vandermars, and he's fouled. 20 seconds left. 19th rebound for Thomas Vandermars to go along with his 26 points.
Huge night for Vandermars.
And Vandermars is short. Now 8 of 13 at the line. Double checking his rebound total. They're showing 18. Gets the second. 112-107. BYU has to hurry. I'm not sure what the confusion is about there. Are they going to need to reset some time on the clock?
I would think.
Showing 18.7. Reset now to 20.7. Alford to inbound. Into Carlino. Spins and hits. What a play by Carlino. 3-point game. Sharp. And Carr is fouled. 13.3 left to play. That last bucket by Carlino took him to 25 points. David Carr at the line tonight, 0 for 2. And that was a recent trip to the stripe.
Yep.
Two-possession game now.
Big foul shot right there.
BYU out of timeouts. Portland with 1. Doesn't get the second. Ball last touched by Vandermars with 12.3. And it looks like we're going to get a review of that out-of-bounds play to see which player touched the ball last.
Yeah, this could get reversed.
In effect, it works obviously as a timeout for both clubs, but it allows BYU, which has no timeouts, to try to game plan here a bit. Well, that's tough.
Wow. Again, it's kind of one of those inconclusive things, Tom, you think? Where you can't really reverse it because it's inconclusive? BYU's guy, his hand was on the ball, but Vandermar's hand was on his hand, pushing the ball out of bounds.
Well, different angle here.
Sharp going up for the rebound, and Vandermar's pushes his hand and the ball.
I think that angle, it looks to me, it was last touched by BYU. On the previous angle, maybe we can get one more look at it from that higher angle. Based on that one, I would give the ball to Portland.
They're not going to change it.
And that's why I'm sitting here.
It goes back to that. It has to be conclusive.
And that is a good thing. 12.3 minutes played tonight. How about that? Vandermars 47, Bailey 44, Ryan Nicholas 41, Sharp 35, Presley 33. Into Carlino. BYU down by 4. Carlino drives. No good. Sharp. And Sharp will head to the line with 4.4 seconds. Team down by 2. So you have a couple of options. Hope he makes both free throws. Try to get a steal. Hope he makes the first. Do you intentionally miss a second to try to kick out for a 3? I prefer making the 2 free throws.
I think
and
they
taking
make
it
the
from
2
there.
and press and try to make the steal.
Sharp's first trip to the line tonight.
30 seconds in.
And the Pilots take their final timeout.
Extended to a full timeout.
Thomas Vandermars with the best game of his career. 27 points, 18 rebounds, 9 of 14 shooting from the floor, 9 of 14 at the free throw line. He's even got 2 assists.
He's played a great all-around game. He's really competed for the basketball. Started pretty slowly, but after he got it going, he showed you a mixture of jump hooks. He's reading the defense better. I like his competitive zeal on second chances. He's passed the ball well out of the post as well. I mean, he's been a dominant force in this game. Mika got taken to the let's learn how to play in the WCC tonight, I think.
And then on the flip side, you have this remarkable performance by Tyler Haws, 48 points in his 50 minutes of action, 17 of 33, 4 of 7 from downtown, 10 of 13 at the line. And it's fabulous
You
stuff
have to kind of pinch yourself to think about games you've done where you've seen a more impressive, singular ball game. I mean, we're going back in time, and doesn't really impress you like maybe Bo Kimball's numbers, but I saw Darwin Cook get 44 points against USF when we beat them when they went to #1. This is back in the late 70s. That was one of the best games I ever saw a player put up.
There's the hope now is Sharp hits
Darwin
this.
Cook of the Portland Pilots, for those that don't know who he is. One of the greats of all time.
3-point game. BYU needs the steal and a 3-point attempt or an immediate foul. And there's the immediate foul. Haws will send Sharp to the line, and Bobby Sharp will have 2 free throws. If he makes one, it'll be finally lights out at the Chiles Center.
This is too easy for him. He needs to step back with somebody with a hand in his face here, don't you think?
Well, at the line tonight, well, this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah.
And that should do it for the Portland Pilots. 4-point lead, 114-110. And get ready for the students to storm the court here at the Chiles Center. Haws for 3. And here they come. Portland with its first ever win against BYU after 9 straight losses. The Cougars' winning streak of 5 games comes to an end. And we saw tremendous basketball through regular